Stay tuned, because for the first time on this channel, let's take a look at Operation Monster Force, as I have the Eraser and the Blackwatch agent. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And remember, now you can hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Today, let's finally take a look at Operation Monster Force, a line that I have been eagerly anticipating getting in hand. And for those who don't know, this is a 1/12 scale line of action figures from Fresh Monkey Fiction, and in its most simplest form, they are G.I. Joe inspired military action figures, but mixed and merged with classic monsters, myths and legends, and then brought into the modern day with its own story, lore and mythology. And it's that story that has really pulled me in, so I'm happy to have some characters here from Wave 2, as the Eraser is a descendant of the Invisible Man, and this secret agent has been turned into a ghoul. Again, I will explain all, but I want to say a massive thank you to Kapow Toys, as they are the official distributor of this line here in the UK. So go and check out the site. I'll put the links in the description. They've got Wave 3 up for pre-order right now. They might still have a couple of Wave 2 and reissues of Wave 1 in stock, so go and check out Kapow Toys. Massive thank you to them. These are otherwise a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive over in the US, as Fresh Monkey Fiction, I believe, is under the umbrella of the Big Bad Workshop. But if you're in the UK and you want to avoid paying that international shipping and possible import charges, then Kapow Toys is the way to go. So I'm excited to take a look at these. There we have them in the front of the box. On the back, where they're on the side, you've got the names. They're all numbered as well, right? Yep, they are. Roman numerals. And then on the back, you get a little bit of the story and then the other characters in that wave as well. So these are two that I definitely wanted to get my hands on to check them out. And there we have them in the front of the box. And they've both got like their own story as well. So I really do appreciate the sort of comic panels on the side there that give you a little bit of insight to these characters. So there we go. I think the secret agent is actually a good guy. Like, he works with the good guys. And the Eraser is a bad guy. So let's get these open, shall we? Let's not waste any time and check these out. So here we have them out of the packaging with everything that comes included. And honestly, you get so much. I've literally got separate bags here full of accessories, plus the accessories and interchangeable heads that were in the clamshell, weapons and lots of hands, but also these tombstones. So these are really nice just to display as Operation Monster Force tombstones in a setup. However, they also double as stands, as if you lie them flat, they have foot pegs on, and you can literally peg in your characters with their names displayed on the front. So we've got Lieutenant Griffin, aka the Eraser, and then a Blackwatch agent, and now you've got two stands with their names on for a really nice display, or they double up as tombstones. Honestly, really nice touch. But of course, you don't need the stands. They will stand on their own, no problem at all. As you know, I love the 1/12 scale sort of toy line, and I love the way that you can mix and merge lines. So these are absolutely legend scale, first and foremost. But yeah, lots of accessories. Honestly, so much to go through. But let's take a closer look at each of these. And as I said, I was really excited for the Eraser UK repping with the Union Jack. Let's take a look. So like I mentioned, Lieutenant Griffin here is a descendant of the Invisible Man. So if you can see, his eyes are not there. He is completely translucent behind those wraps, which is such a cool little element. So yeah, his face and his neck are completely wrapped up, and his eyes are translucent. There is nothing behind there, but of course there is, because he's invisible. And I really like the wraps. Again, really nicely sculpted with the Blackwash in there to bring out all that sculpted detail. Same with the neck. It's on a disc and hinge as well, so you can get him looking down, burying the chin. You can get him looking up, obviously utilising the neck bulb as well. So lots of tilt in there as well. So lots of articulation for the head sculpt. And again, we've got options for this head sculpt as well. So we can actually make him completely translucent. So without removing the wraps, of course, you get an alternative invisible head. You can't even see me holding it. So let me swap that head. So there you go. I've removed the wrapped head and the neck piece, all one, like they're two pieces, but I've removed them both together. And then here we have, you can't even see it, the completely translucent version. And again, the same with the neck piece as well. So now we can attach this. How? And would you look at that? or maybe you can't look at that because he's invisible. It's genuinely doing the job it's supposed to do. That is a really nice, clear, translucent head for our invisible man. And underneath my hot white studio lights, he definitely fades away, doesn't he? So yeah, our invisible man. Really, really nice to have those two options. But we also get some goggles as well. My eyes, the goggles do nothing. Honestly, look how good that looks. It genuinely does look like those goggles are just floating there above the figure. Really nicely done. And of course, you can also put these goggles on to the wraps as well. So there we go. Sorry, I'll focus it in a second. There we go. There we are. So you have 4 options in total, as you can have wraps with no goggles or goggles, and the same with the invisible head. So that's just the head sculpts. And I say that because he has so much gear as well. Like this military style vest here has so much attached to it. But all of this is modular. Like you can take all of these little elements off, rearrange them or replace them with some of these other accessories. The articulation's really nice as well. The arms will go all the way up. He's completely pinless, by the way. Bicep swivel, double jointed pinless elbows. Really nice. The vest can come off completely as well. So if you didn't want all this tactical gear and you wanted him a little bit more lightweight and stealth, you do have this harness as well with the gun attachment still. Going down to the legs here, you've got a harness on the legs. Again, completely pinless, double jointed knees as well with the swivel at the thigh. You've got ankle pivot and rocker. Really nice sort of digital, sort of grey and black military look. It sort of looks like a snake print as well, doesn't it? You've got some black with some red piping to sort of complement the rest of the gear. Honestly, really nice. And look at his forearms. So without the wraps on, his forearms are actually translucent as well, which is really nicely done. But of course you do, because you come with so much accessories, get some wraps that can cover that as well. So here we have both of the wraps on. So now there is no invisible translucent element on show, which is really nice. And just in general, he comes with so much to give you display options. You got the harness on the legs, so of course you get a pistol, so we can holster that. He comes with different weapons. We've got a big one, we've got a medium-sized one, and if you wanted blast effects, don't you worry, as you come with different blast effects as well. You've also got another gun here, which I think I'm going to holster in that smaller thing there. There we go. So now he's got another option ready. We've got extra mags, we've got extra pieces for his vest, honestly. And in regards to hands, like I said, a complete set of both gloved hand and translucent. So you've got trigger finger hands, fisted hands, gripping hands, and then you've got open palm hands for the gloves and flat palm hands for the translucent. But yeah, that's what, 8 sets of hands. And if I wanted to go through this in detail, this review could be an hour long. But instead, here we just get a glimpse at all the accessories he comes with. And again, there's lots of ports and modular parts of this character, so you can literally make it your own with all these pieces and weaponry and effects. So good. Moving on is to take a closer look at the Blackwatch agent. Now this first head sculpt is just your generic secret agent. So the black sunglasses are sculpted onto the head sculpt. Definitely has a Men in Black vibes for sure. So yeah, just a generic head sculpt. You've got the same sort of neck and head sort of interchangeability, but the same range of articulation as well. Head going down, head going up. You've got your tilt and your pivot, of course. So yeah, lots of movement on the head sculpt, but the glasses are molded on, and then he's just got your suit with the tie, which is of course a separate piece, but it is not glued to the bottom, but it is glued to the top, so it can lie nice and straight, but it doesn't then hinder any of the articulation on that ball joint at the top of the torso. The jacket is a nice soft plastic piece, so it's not going to get in the way of the arm articulation, which is very smooth, by the way. Arms go all the way up to 90, bicep swivel, double jointed pinless elbow. We love to see it. So just a very generic black suited body with the white shirt. I like it. Down to the legs, again, very clean. You've got the double jointed pinless knees, really nice. And then you've got the black shoes with your pivot and rocker. So yeah, just a generic sort of 1/12 scale suited body, which is really nice. So of course, with your secret agent, you do get the sort of regular hands, the head and neck. But of course, we have our options where we can turn him into a Blackwatch ghoul, which is now a superhuman secret agent with this ability. So you've got the switching out black neck, the new head sculpt, and also a swap out hands as well. So you can transform your agent. So this is essentially 2 different figures in one. But in regards to the lore, it's the same character. It's the same ghoul in disguise. Let's take a closer look. Now, here's the closer look at the ghoul head sculpt, which is done in all black. This looks like somebody you'll see during sleep paralysis. Like, this is creepy looking. I like there's a little bit of glossiness to his teeth as well. And then you've got the green eyes, which definitely stand out against the completely black head sculpt. But you've got the ears that stick out, the hair that's all the way slicked back. So it's really nicely sculpted, done in all black with those creepy eyes and that creepy smile and that dodgy nose. You've also got the interchangeable neck piece as well. And then, like I showed you, the interchangeable demon, goblin, ghoul hands. So you do actually get two sets of these. You get the open palm hands, which are just claws, but you also get some creepy trigger finger hands as well, because even though he's a ghoul, he is still a secret agent dressed very smartly. So you can, of course, still get him to hold the weapon that he comes with, so you can have your ghoul as a secret agent. So you do get one pistol, but you also get a bigger gun as well to hold, which has like a detachable magazine as well, which is always a nice touch for those sort of reloading poses. And yeah, lots of other accessories. Let's have a look. So like I said, lots of interchangeable parts and pieces, a lot of interchangeable hands for your generic goon, included fisted hands, open palm hands, trigger finger hands, gripping hands. You also get one additional pointing finger as well, so we can point and tell people what to do. You get the guns, you get free blast effects, and again, you can't see it, but there is a little smoke piece there as well. Interchangeable hands with a ghoul, but only a couple of them. So yeah, honestly, really nice option here. Basically 2 figures in one. So there you go. There's a look at him with his pointing finger. You've got the smoke coming out of the gun there as well. So yeah, just a very nice generic secret agent action figure, completely pinless, nice articulation in 1/12 scale. But of course, this is a Marvel Legend channel mainly, so let's have a look compared to a Marvel Legend suited body. So here we have our friend Matt Murdock, who is probably on the best Marvel Legend suited body, completely pinless, knees and elbows. He stands on his own. It is the best Marvel Legend suited body we have, but we have only currently got it in grey. So if you wanted a regular black body to use in your Marvel Legends line, then absolutely this Blackwatch agent can be used, as the scale is bang on. He is just a smidge bit bigger than Matt Murdock, but that's absolutely fine. It is still a Legend scale for a slightly buffer agent body, and there's going to be lots of head swapping potential, I am sure, but too many to do in this video. But yes, this of course can mix with your other lines as a generic agent in a black suit. So let's bring back in the Eraser, as I never really did a proper scale comparison. So we can see the Blackwatch agent is just under 6.5 inches, while the Eraser is just a tiny bit taller. He is probably more likely 6.5, just depending on how you pose them. But this is just a taste of Wave 2 of Operation Monster Force, but I really like what we have here. Such a really nice looking pair of action figures. Definitely 2 of my favorites from that initial lineup, but I'm intrigued to check out more. This whole line is inspired by G.I. Joe. So here we have some G.I. Joe classified with the retro version of Duke and Flint, and as you can see, they scale perfectly. So in your own head canon, if Operation Monster Force wants to be its own little corner of your G.I. Joe displays, then absolutely you can do that. These will mix in each other's displays perfectly. Really nice. And of course, we will eventually see some females in this Operation Monster Force line, but for the meantime, here we have some G.I. Joe females with Scarlet and CoverGirl, and a couple more Marvel Legends. Here we have the mini comic Wave 2 version of Daredevil in the Man Without Fear tracksuit, and then Grey Black Widow. And this is of course not the Monster Force version of Dracula or the Donner Party. This is the Jada Toys 1/12 scale Universal Monsters Dracula and Frankenstein, as that's the closest thing I've got right now. But it still works scale-wise. The only other Operations Monster Force I currently have in my possession is the Delta Red Nocturnal Operations Trooper in the black camo gear. Hopefully I've got another one to pair up with him. Shout out Compulsive Collector. My friend John is helping me out with that, as I like a pair, especially if they're an army builder as such. But Kapow did send me over a little bonus. We've got, let me move these out of the way. It is a Delta Red Nocturnal Operations Zombie Defense Loadout. So this is essentially, I think, Wave 1 accessory kit. So I'll have a quick look at this, but I don't know if I've got time to go through everything again, because there's just so much. But yeah, it's in a clamshell. And look at that, you get a sort of riot shield, some chainsaw effects, and I think these are attachments for these guns up here as well as some pistols, another zombie head, some more blast effects. Honestly, so much goodness with this line. So these are just additional accessories with this Doubt a Red Trooper, and trust me, he already came with so much. So shout out Kapow for hooking me up with that, as I'm going to have lots of display options now. And these guys can't make an appearance on Dan Who Reviews without meeting the Who crew. So here we have Frogman Tiger Jeff, Captain Britain, and Hal Fire Hank. So that was my quick look, or attempt at a quick look, at these Operation Monster Force characters from Season 2. Lieutenant Griffin, aka the Eraser, was definitely my most anticipated, but I really like the Agent as well, as I know it's just a generic suited body, but it moves and articulates really well, really clean and slick, and it's going to look great wherever you put it in your collection. Genuinely two of my favourites from Season 2, but it just makes me want to check out the rest of the line as well, not just because they're great characters, but I'm really liking the lore and the story that they're creating for this toy line, and because it's the 1/12 scale, of course I'm intrigued. So once again, massive thank you to Kapow for helping me get these two. Obviously you can pre-order the next wave on their site right now, but these are a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive. Otherwise, Fresh Monkey Fiction, Big Bad Workshop. Obviously, I'm sure you already know, this is not the first review of these. If I wanted to genuinely show you every interchangeable part and assortment and the modularity of that vest, for example, this video would have been double the amount of time. But I did just want to put the camera on and sort of give you my ramblings as I checked these out in hand for the very first time, and they did not disappoint. So if you are sort of looking from the outside in and you want to check these out, don't hesitate, you won't be disappointed. They are solid action figures. So you let me know if you have managed to get any of these in the comments below. Which ones have you brought? Which ones are you looking forward to? As always, I read all the comments, so let me know what you think. But if you like action figures and just general toy talk, I promise you, you're in the right place. Check out the videos tab, watch a live stream, but most importantly, please hit that subscribe button, hit all of the notification bell, don't miss out on the video, and please hit that join button, become a channel member, either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. As always, you can follow me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. I'm on X at Dan Who Reviews, and if you want to see more reviews like this on the channel, please let me know in the comments. All right, be nice, and I will see you on the next one.